RSL Nation, welcome back to the Bros.
Welcome back.
We're here. I should say this. We're really excited, and probably the words are going to come out right because we're that excited, but we're really excited that the season starts next week.
This is final episode before RSL plays Inter Miami.
This is the last episode. I get the chills.
I get chills.
How much time do we have left on the countdown?
The countdown we are looking at, as we are recording this on a Thursday. You guys will be seeing this on a Friday. It is 6 days, 1 hour, 39 minutes, and about 10 seconds.
9, 8. But we're super excited. Less than a week. Someone put that we are Ojeda days away from from the game day.
It's facts.
Facts. And how are you feeling?
I'm excited.
I can tell.
Besides the fact that we have a long layover in almost every city.
I've been telling everyone this, and
we're going to be experiencing the amazing race.
Well, here's what I've been telling people the past couple of days. I said, look, I know I have to take this many days off of work, but this is what I get for hiring my brother as a travel agent.
So if you want a bad travel agent, hire me. A good travel agent, hire Alan.
Seriously.
We're going Denver, Atlanta, Miami, all in about almost a day's worth.
Yeah, we leave on a Tuesday and don't get to Miami until Wednesday afternoon. Guys, though we're not sleeping in any airport.
We're not?
No, we're you can tell he bought the tickets, right? No, because we have that 12-hour layover in Denver. Might as well drive back home. We'll still make it and still be able to fly out somewhere else.
It's true.
We leave Denver at midnight-ish, and we fly all night and get to Atlanta at 6 a.m.
Yeah. So airplane sleeping it is.
It's not the first time I've done it. It's probably the first time you're going to do it.
Yeah, it'll be my first rodeo.
You're not going to like it.
You're
not going to like it.
The
seat leans back literally like this.
Yeah, I'll be a lot of melatonin next week.
Yeah, you don't need it. But we're super excited for this trip. Super excited for a lot of other reasons.
Oh yeah.
Well,
we get reunited with Sarah.
Oh yeah, RSL sister. We're coming for you.
We're coming for you, Sarah. So, but besides the match on Wednesday, we got huge news. We got sponsor that got dropped yesterday, new kit that got dropped today, Thursday, and a lot of other things. We had preseason games that finished up yesterday for RSL, and then we're gonna preview our big game Wednesday.
Yeah, there's a lot to go over. Well, a lot of details that we want to probably debate.
Yeah, and then of course Inter Miami, they have their final preseason game in about an hour's time as we're recording.
Oh yeah, that's true. I'm excited for that one.
Yeah, Messi playing his boyhood club of Newell's, so
which technically he did play for Newell's a little bit, but like as a 6-7-year-old.
But that still counts, right?
Sure.
Yeah. So
sure.
That'll be an exciting game to watch. But let's start with the most important thing of all. How are you doing?
Well, I'm fine. I thought you were going to get into already the first topic.
I got you.
I'm fine. I'm just ready to get this week over with. Because literally tomorrow is my last day of work. Tomorrow, Friday, because I'm basically not working next week to go on this amazing race. You're taking me on an amazing race.
We're going on an amazing race, but
let's just dive into it.
Yeah. So we got yesterday. They announced the sponsor for RSL. So no more LifeVantage after several years. We went from Zengo, LifeVantage,
Select Health. But it's not really only Select Health. Select Health is just going to be the main one on the chest.
And then on the sleeve,
it's going to be Intermountain Health.
Yeah.
So formerly known as Intermountain Health Care. But don't be confused between the two. So Intermountain Health and Select Health combined for a sponsor contract with RSL that's worth a lot of money.
How much money are we talking?
$1 million. I hope it's more than that.
I was like, 8-year deal, $75 million, so roughly about $9.5 million per year.
I know you looked at this, but I'm pretty sure this ranks pretty high in the league. How high does it rank?
So from what I heard, this is about the third, fourth highest in the MLS.
I would definitely say top 5.
Yeah,
for sure.
I'm curious who's like 1 and 2, but that's impressive.
Come on, who do you think is going to be number?
Both the LA teams.
You have LA that has YouTube, I think, or did they change? They had YouTube.
They had YouTube. But
there's a lot of.
You got the LA teams. You got
Miami.
You got the New York team. So
yeah, you have a couple of teams that have pretty good deals with.
But still, to be top 5 for your sponsor and brand, that's impressive.
We should say not only is it impressive to be that high, but impressive to be that high as a small market.
Absolutely.
Because most small markets are like, they get like local. Well, we got local too, but I don't know how big their contracts are. To be honest, I don't know how big their contracts are. But if they're saying that this contract is top 5 in the league, tells you that it's a pretty big deal.
Yeah. It is sad to see the end of the Life Vantage, but now to a new door for Select Health.
Woohoo!
Woohoo! But we got more better news. More better news.
We have gooder news.
We have gooder news.
Grandma's gonna kill.
Grandma's gonna. She's probably up in heaven. She's like, oh, what are these boys of mine doing?
They're speaking English horribly.
We're speaking English terribly. But we got a new jersey today.
There have been so many opinions thrown out about this jersey and so many mini. I was gonna say mini dramas. That doesn't sound right. They're just
mini comparisons, mini dramas, a lot of stuff. So first and foremost, we dropped on our Twitter/Instagram page today that we think that this jersey, we don't think, this jersey looks very similar to the 2018 Barca jersey.
It does, only because of the stripes.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys can definitely compare other years of Barca to have thicker stripes, just like ours.
Yeah.
But I think with the sleeves being all blue, with the stripes, this kit looks more like
I've seen other people say that, the stripes, it could be Argentina, it could be Croatia.
Someone had also mentioned that some teams in Argentina. Some people said that there's another team in Eastern Europe they were mentioning. Oh, I can't remember. Oh, dang it. Anyways, but there's a bunch of comparisons for the stripes.
For sure.
But I definitely like to compare this, obviously, to Barca. Many of you are going to compare it to Barca because of the colors, the design. I'm totally down for it. Because, well, we follow Barca.
For my mind, because obviously this jersey got a little leaked a couple weeks back, but seeing some of these RSL players, Vera, we got Julio, Glad, all of them wearing this jersey, it's so clean. This is a clean jersey.
Some people were arguing that it looks busy, like there's too much on it. Do you think there's too much on it?
No. So let's go right into what does this jersey actually mean. So first and foremost, we got the mountain design going across the top, right above the stripes.
Please tell me what a mountain means. Please tell me what this mountain range means.
Man, we got lots of them.
Well, actually, here's the number one little mini debate that went on. Apparently, there was a little scuffle between RSL fans and Crapids fans.
Oh, were we taken from Crapids?
Like, there's an article that had an explanation about what each part of the design, how they got the ideas for the design. They said what the idea for the mountains was, we are closer to the mountains than Colorado or than Denver, because in Denver you have to travel 2 hours in order to get to the mountains. Well, the Crapids fans didn't take too light or too kindly to that, and so they started shooting shots, taking their shots at us. And there's a lot of back and forth. But let's be real here, because they're like, we have better mountains, we have better hikes and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Let's be real here, Rapids fans. We have the best snow. And what do you need for snow? Montañas. You need mountains. So therefore, we have the
greatest show on earth.
What the heck? You threw off my groove.
Oh, get off my groove.
Sorry. Sorry. That was a Emperor's.
Anyway, so we got the mountains, first and foremost, on the jersey.
Better than Rapids.
And then underneath, we got stripes going right down the middle.
Stripes. Now, what do the stripes mean?
Stripes.
Because they have meaning.
Yes, they mean, it represents, it is often...
Just read it. Just what did RSL say that it says?
Yeah, so it is often that said that the Real Salt Lake has one of the best natural landscapes in all of Major League Soccer. The mountain range that begins in 10 miles across America for Australia can be seen from angles all across inside the stadium. The columns, aka the stripes, represent the buildings and human life found beneath those mountains in Utah. So, very cool.
That's a nice explanation for the idea that the article said that the stripes came from.
City.
No. It came from this.
Oh,
they said,
look at that.
They said the stripes. We thought of Argentina as one of our prime examples. So not only are we world champions, but we are also the inspiration for the RSL kit.
So I want to get because obviously we get the mountains, we get the stripes. But what do you think of this New Jersey? Because this is something that we have never seen RSL do in the almost 20 years of RSL.
We've had a lot of solid colors.
We've had stripes across the chest.
Well, the stripe, the yellow crown.
Yeah, the yellow crown. But this is the first time we've had stripes going straight down.
I like it, and I don't know why we haven't adopted it previously. Yeah. I don't want to get to the point where we do hoops. I don't want hoops.
What do you mean by that?
Hoops.
Oh, hoops. Oh,
like this horizontal.
Oh, okay, I feel hoops. You. Okay.
I prefer vertical stripes. I really like it. Looks absolutely sweet. And in fact, I wouldn't mind adopting it as a future design. Just keep it as like maybe the next kit you leave out the mountains, but you put full stripes.
That could be something different. Yeah,
full stripes. I'm just saying. I know this one's here in Utah. We like to do a lot of what represents the community. In fact, that's what a lot of American sports try to do. The Jazz do their different themed jerseys.
Yeah.
I'm not too big into what represents. Because I'm so stuck with like old school soccer jerseys. Like you need to keep your design. You need to keep whatever. I mean, for instance, my favorite club, River Plate.
Yeah.
What's their jersey? Every single home jersey. What does it have?
Always red. Always white.
Always the red stripe.
The stripe going across the chest.
Yep. Always. Doesn't matter what year it is. Yep. You always have that. That's why I want more consistency maybe in the future. But then again, American sports do that. They just change jerseys left and right.
So what do you not like about this kit? Or is there anything that you don't like?
I can agree that it's busy.
Yeah.
I can agree that there's too much on it. The logo, I'm not sure if it's too big, too small. I don't care. But the fact that there's logo, stripes, mountains, what do we have? Who's the Adidas?
Yeah.
Adidas.
Every MLS team is Adidas.
I just had to make sure. I couldn't remember if it was Nike or Adidas. And then the team crest. So it is busy. It does remind me of like South American jerseys where they like have all the sponsors everywhere. You have like some tire company.
You got some beer company over here.
Yeah, you have someone's restaurant. So it does seem it's busier than normal.
Yeah. What I definitely like, obviously, the mountains. It definitely speaks Utah. That's who we are. I'm kind of there with you. It is busy. But for me, what I would want to see different, what I don't really like about the jersey, maybe a different color on the mountains. Maybe, like, yes, we got the stripes that are blue, the mountains that are blue, but maybe, I don't know, the mountains gold? Different color to pop and say, these are the mountains. I don't know. I don't know if that would be a little much when you're...
I would definitely say that's a little much. You already have yellow stripes coming down the shoulders, so I don't know. I like it.
It's overall clean look. Let's give an applause to Tyler Gibbons. Tyler Gibbons, the man.
Round of applause.
He's the one that designs all these kits every single year. So,
well, I'm pretty sure he has a team.
He has a team, but I'm excited to see.
Good job, design team.
Good design. I'm excited to see what's gonna come next year and the year after. So, if we got the yellow kit last year, we got this year. I'm excited for next couple of years.
Someone was saying, with these kits, we have to win a trophy this year. I mean, we have to.
That was my knock on wood right there.
Because we look slick.
We look slick. Last season I was very hesitant about the yellow kit, but it's grown on me.
It had to grow on me because I didn't like it either.
Because now it just screams like royalty. Like,
all right. I'm down.
Yeah. But we got a sponsor. We got a new jersey.
And we didn't use the New Jersey for these preseason games that we had.
I hope not.
Can you imagine? It'll be a worse leak than the KUTV.
Yeah, it's like that was uncool. That was uncool. Then.
That's a leak for sure.
Yeah, but anywho, we had 2 preseason games to finish off in Santa Barbara. Unfortunately, we weren't able to watch them at all.
In fact, there wasn't even like a tweet along.
Yeah, not even a tweet along.
That's what else? How else would you call it?
Just the way you said it, tweet along.
It's a tweet along.
So we had Columbus in the morning, and then afternoon we had Toronto. So lineup for the first game against Columbus, I guess, was kind of like our A team, I guess, if you will.
From the looks of it, it looked like a majority were going to be starters. So go over the lineup.
So McMath in goal. We got Brody, Vera, Glad, Hidalgo on our back line. Ojeda and Nelly playing that defensive mid. Luna, Ruiz, Julio, and then we got Chicho up top.
Okay, so this one was interesting. Again, this isn't a solidified lineup. In fact, when we asked everyone what they wanted to see on these last 2 games, the poll that we took,
I think it was mostly
everyone wanted, I think, lineup solidification, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So, and the other options were just fine. In fact, maybe I should ask you, what did you want from these last 2 games? Before we dive deeper into any of this, what did you want out of the options that we have?
We had lineup solidification, individual performances, substitution rotations, and not worried about really anything. I was kind of a mix between lineup solidification and individual performance because we have Chicho that's coming back from green card stuff. We're really not sure about Ruiz. Palacio just got back. Gomez is now back. So I want to see, obviously, the lineup solidification, but I want to see some standout performances. Who's going to step up this preseason and be able to bring that into the regular season?
Who do you need to stand out more? Like, I'm talking as if these games didn't happen, but they obviously did.
Yeah.
But who did you want to stand out more in these preseason games? Or who did you need? Like you needed a testimony. Of who really needs to be in the starting lineup.
That wasn't on the starting lineup last season, or
sure, that wasn't on the starting lineup, or that was kind of like inconsistent. Like, do you need verification that someone?
I'm kind of torn in between like Julio and Anelli, because obviously Julio is kind of a player off the bench, but we saw what he did in Portugal, and that kind of brought to me like maybe he is like that first guy off the bench, maybe not further down the list. Anelli, I feel like he's a player that needs to stand out because I kind of want him over Brody because he has that speed, that athleticism, and that stamina.
Okay, I can see that. I was looking for lineup solidification. I wanted a lineup that said we're gonna do this.
Yeah.
But there's obviously players absent, so we can't really do that here.
Yeah.
The second, I agree with you, would be individual performances, but overall, I think I'm the last one. I'm not really worried because it is what it is. We'll plug in people when we can.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I don't know if this is going to be a good moment, but to touch it on what Jason had mentioned today with Spence. He said that this is a work. Summarizing. Now I'm going to paraphrase. Basically, this is a work in progress. Do not expect perfect results at the beginning.
No, pretty much. It was like the first 2-3 games. We're still working it out. It's working out the kinks. Players working out green cards. Players, some injuries with Ruiz. So it's still a work in progress.
Yeah, but there's a lot of confidence with this club. There's a different atmosphere.
Yeah, the dynamic is a lot different from last season. At the beginning of last season, for sure.
Well, because we have Luna that's actually coming in this preseason. One with a lot more confidence.
Mm-hmm.
2 with a lot more maturity.
Yeah.
Not saying that he's fully 100% any of this stuff, but there have been huge improvements from last season that he's bringing into the beginning of the season that we didn't have the beginning of last season. In fact, I think the beginning of last season, all of us had our doubts.
Yeah.
In fact, That was a horrible beginning of the last season.
That was definitely. So in this game against Columbus, unfortunately, it was a loss. It was a 2-1 loss.
I think.
It was 2-1 or something like that. But we did lose. We did lose against Columbus. Chicho did have the lone goal for RSL. But the interesting thing that a lot of people were kind of curious was this is the second game, I believe, in the preseason that Ruiz is playing attacking mid.
Yeah, and that brings up a lot of questions that maybe I'll just leave it up when we talk about lineups later.
Yeah.
But keep this in mind. They put Ruiz at attacking midfielder instead of his normal defensive mid spot.
Yeah, which we're obviously used to.
Could be, and I'm just throwing this out there, could be because we were without a couple players, but I'm going to leave it at that.
Possibly. Could be, but we go into the afternoon session of the...
Both of them were in the afternoon. Oh, no.
It was the morning.
Oh, it was?
Yeah, because it was 10:30 California time.
Yeah, afternoon session.
Of the Santa Barbara.
Of the Santa Barbara preseason.
So, second game, Toronto, we got the tie, not the win, tie.
Oh, yeah.
1-1. So, lineup for this one, we had
a couple of Monarchs
players. And then we had some players who were back that haven't played at all in the preseason, which is really cool to see. We had Palacio, who obviously was with Columbia. We have Tree.
You can't remember his name. Crooks.
And then Gomez. So good to see those three players out there playing their first preseason game.
Yeah. Palacio and Gomez, obviously, they've been playing with Columbia, but it's good to have them with the team. Mm-hmm. And from the looks of it, I mean, granted, Toronto is a weaker team. Granted, Toronto scored first. But it looks like there was something there that kept them going. Barajas scored the lone goal for that game. So I think there should be a lot to look forward to this season in terms of goal contribution. We have a lot of people that can contribute.
So that's 2 goals for Barajas this preseason. And even though it's just preseason, I'm glad to see that he's scoring goals to get that confidence level. Just get it going.
Bro, I think this guy already has confidence. You just need to put him in game.
Like, yes, he's 17, but this guy is not afraid to take shots on goal at all.
Not afraid to do anything, really.
He's got the ganas.
What I am worried about, though, did we talk about this last episode? I should probably listen to our episodes. I do, I promise. But I think we talked about him controlling himself, making sure that he runs when he needs to run, he rests when he needs to rest, makes moves when he needs to make moves.
Yeah.
I know he's young, but you can't burn it. You can't be burnt out fast.
For sure.
So I'm excited. Out of the people that played those 2 games, this sounds really stupid. I'm going to state the obvious. You ready?
Yeah.
The starting lineup is there.
Yeah.
Between the 2 lineups, so the starting lineup is there.
Here, I'll ask you this. We had the Portugal little tournament of the Atlantic Cup. We have our 2 games that we had in Santa Barbara. We had obviously different lineups for all, I guess, 5 games total. What stood out to you from players or matches? What stood out to you?
It's from the sounds of it, because we were only able to watch 1 game.
Yeah.
From the sounds of it, there seems to be a lot of possession. Mm-hmm. It almost seems like we're going back to the possession game that we had with the diamond formation, which all of us miss because we felt dominant.
That's true. Absolutely, yeah.
And that's when I felt like the Riot was the Riot. That was our fortress. I think this year is going to be a stepping stone in that direction. And I hope that with the players that we have, the coaching staff, and I think a renewed energy, especially with the New Jersey, being so new, I think there's a renewed energy.
Yeah,
I think I could be wrong.
No, absolutely. I definitely see that perspective where you're coming from. I definitely, with this Portugal, with the Atlantic Cup, us going to Santa Barbara, I definitely loved the young guys playing with the little bit older guys and just getting that experience, because we saw a lot of Monarchs players, a lot of first team players, and just getting that minutes, getting that camaraderie, getting that communication, that trust with one another.
Speaking of the young players, I'm going back to what Jason was talking about with Spence. And sorry, everyone, we're going back and forth here, but the thing that caught my attention was the fact that we do have a really young roster.
That's true.
We have a lot of young players, and when we say young, under 25.
Yeah, we have several players under 25.
Yeah, and so Jason was saying that because this is a really young roster, they're really looking at bringing in different components that'll help mentor these young players.
Yeah.
So we'll call them old players. We'll bring in old players. I mean, Crooks isn't an old player.
30 years old.
He is old,
I guess
technically.
Him and Silva are now technically, and I guess McMath are technically the oldest ones on the roster.
Really?
Yeah, because I think if I'm not mistaken, I guess
I think Chicho turns 30 this year too.
Let me pull it up.
Pull it up because Silva obviously is the grandpa of the group.
Silva is the abuelo of the team.
We'll call him abuelo.
So you got Chicho, who is 28. He'll be 29 in March.
Oh, okay. He
Yeah.
turns 29. Okay.
Yeah.
Who else is old?
Oviedo. We forgot Oviedo.
Oh, yeah, Oviedo.
Oviedo, who will be...
He's my age.
He'll be 34. Oh, his birthday's in a few days.
Oh, that's cool. Happy birthday, Brian. Happy birthday from us, the bros,
to you. Feliz cumpleaños.
There we go. That's a great way to say it. That was a sidetrack.
But anyhow, back to Jason.
Oh, yeah, back to Jason. So, back to what you were saying. The fact that the young players are getting time and getting mentored by the older players is really good and for player development. Jason is super high on player development.
And he mentioned something. So they're looking at bringing one more piece before April.
Right.
But he said, don't get your hopes up, probably just somebody small. So
yeah, he says it's a minor player, not minor in age, but like not a huge role. So we might be looking at like a backup for a certain position.
I'm hoping center back.
Center back? You want center back?
Oh, yes.
Let's talk about this.
Yeah, I think center back is the next area where RSL needs to sign players because you look at midfield, you look at attack. I think we're pretty deep right there, but our defense is what is lacking most because we're looking at our center backs. Obviously, Marcelo, you got Glad, you got
Vera,
you got Lambert, you got Holt, Vera, and you got Farnsworth.
Farnsworth still plays?
Yeah, he's back from injury, I believe.
Okay. So let's just narrow it down. We have 4 center backs. So that means 2 and 2.
Yeah.
And so that's I can see
because we don't know.
I don't agree with center back to be honest because if we have a backup for each one of them, I think we're fine. 4 is good.
Where do you think come April, if a player does come, where do you think that area?
Where do I think? I think in the midfield. Because right now, I mean, I'm looking at the midfielders and I'm like, yeah, all of them have played.
Yeah.
So let's. I mean, I guess we'd have to go really specific because it depends on the formation.
Yeah, obviously it depends if we're doing a 4-4-2, 4-2-3-1.
I mean, let's talk 4-2-3-1 for a second and talk the 3.
Yeah, so
let's talk the 3.
Like you got Ruiz, Ruiz Ojeda.
No, 3. The 3.
Okay.
I'm not talking about the 2.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the 3. So we have Barajas and Diego on the left.
Yeah.
Who's in the middle?
Crooks.
Who else?
And then over there on the left.
So no one else is in the middle?
Yeah, you're right. So
then you go over to the right.
You got a Chang and Gomez.
Yakison could play somewhere in there. But other than that,
you do make a good point that attacking mid is a crucial spot, but
I think center mid because people are going back to Pablo Ruiz. You can switch people out, switch people in and out. I don't know. I feel like we need more of an attacking midfielder. Period.
Yeah.
So
that's where I'm just very torn that we're center midfield or center back. There, we kind of are desperate for both areas.
Yeah. Again, I'm gonna have to disagree with you on the center back, but that's just me kindly disagreeing.
Yeah.
Just because I don't know. I'm not seeing much of a need in center back, even though everyone wants to replace certain people. I think we're fine. Silva's fine. Glad is fine.
They're still running. They were still playing preseason.
Don't freak out, everyone.
Like Marcelo was playing that second game, so
yeah, and Marcelo tied. He didn't lose, so
Yeah.
there.
Marcelo didn't give away an own goal.
I feel like those are shots fired.
Okay, we still love Glad.
We love Glad.
We love Glad.
So as you can tell, this could get pretty heated. So we're going to move on.
This is a debate that will probably go on until we actually do see a player.
Until a couple of games in, we start getting a feel for it.
We get used to this lineup, this formation, because we haven't really seen Catranis or Crooks. Yes, we saw Crooks one game, but until we
didn't see anything.
Until we get like accustomed to seeing them play, then we don't know for sure.
I am super excited, and I have my hopes super high on Crooks right now.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like super high on Crooks.
Going back to one last time with the interview with Jason Christ today, I think he was saying Crooks might be up there as one of the tallest RSL players.
We might have to look that
up.
Well,
that's something we'll have to look up, but I think he's maybe up there in the top 5 of tallest RSL players.
Top 5 for sure. Because off the top of my head, can you think of
a 6'4" RSL player?
Can you?
Because
I could think of maybe one.
Because right now,
like in history,
do we have goalkeepers? Have we had a tall goalkeeper in the past?
Dude, we had Ramondo for like a decade.
5'8". But that's something we will. Schuler was probably maybe 6'2".
Schuler was tall.
Okay.
Olave is like 6'2".
Okay, we'll look.
We'll keep you guys posted.
Yeah,
like it's super important.
I'm curious to know who was the tallest RSL player ever.
We'll figure that out. But because this is our last episode before the season starts.
Oh, they're saying the last episode ever. I was like, are you retiring?
We quit. We're done with this.
Oh man.
Last episode before the season starts, we're going to get into. You wanted to get into some season predictions, and I'm going to follow along with
Why not?
Because I love debates. I don't know if you guys noticed, I love debating.
Your two favorite things, debates and numbers.
Yes, all of them. So we're going to go through a couple of different categories, and then we're going to go into the Western Conference as a whole. Just touch on it because
there's too many teams. There's too many teams.
Because we're not MLS season pass. We're not going to get into depth.
No. So we're going to break down who's going to be our top goal scorer, assist, and our breakout player. So let's start with you.
Shoot. Well, I'm going to state the obvious. Our top goal scorer will be Chicho.
Oh.
What is not obvious? I'm going to tell you why it's obvious.
This is going to be a little debate then.
I'm going to tell you why it's obvious. It's obvious because one, Luna is going to be feeding dimes to Chicho. Two, because Tree is going to be feeding dimes to Chicho. And three, Gomez is going to be feeding dimes to Chicho. So Chicho is going to have a heyday of a time running. So time to get in shape.
Okay, I am going to disagree with you there.
Woo!
So our first disagreement, I'm going to go with Luna. I think Luna is going to be our top goal scorer.
Really?
Yeah.
That sounds super strange to me. Please explain why.
No, I think Luna and Chicho are going to have a lot of goals, but when it comes down to it, Luna's going to have slightly more, just because I think he's going to pick up where he left off last season. Because we saw towards the end of last season, he was scoring almost game after game after game. And I don't know, because Luna and Chicho, they're going to be good, but Luna just slightly more.
You really think?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know.
Now, what about assists for you?
Stop. I'm still stuck on that. That's it's not upsetting me, but it doesn't make sense in my head.
No, I'm not saying that Chicho won't score goals.
No, I know you're not saying that. I just don't see how Luna is going to score more than Chicho.
We'll see.
Please let us know. We might actually have to put this to a poll. I'm going to put it to a poll.
Okay.
I need to prove you wrong.
The people will agree with me. Moon,
what is this, Les Miserables?
Moon Man, because he's now a man, will have a good season. Breakout season.
Assists. Let's go with assists.
Assists.
Okay. Assist. Top assister is going to be Pablo Ruiz.
Whoa.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Pick up right where they left off.
Where with the dimes. I don't know why dimes, nickels, pennies, quarters. With the money that he's dropping, Pablo is definitely going to be a top assister for the front four.
He was at 5 assists prior to his injury?
you're gonna have to look that up, but I can't remember. But he's gonna. I agree. He's gonna pick up where he left off, and he's gonna be dropping. Pero. English is so hard some days. We should just change this to English. To Spanish. Oh, language is hard.
Language is hard for you today.
He's just gonna be dropping balls out to Luna, to Crooks, to Gomez, to Chicho, to anyone.
See, I wanted to have another debate with you, but
did you? Are you gonna agree with me?
I'm gonna agree with you.
You're gonna agree with me.
I was like, maybe Gomez, because when Gomez first joined RSL, he was dropping dimes to Sava and all those things.
I don't know. I just don't see Gomez as an assister.
So I'm like, yeah, Ruiz, he's gonna be dropping balls.
Come on, Ruiz, like
Pablo,
give me the
give
me the assists. I need him.
Now, last one. Who is gonna be your breakout player this season?
Should we define breakout player?
Like your diamond in the rough.
Dark horse.
Your dark horse. Who's gonna be your Cinderella?
Okay. This might seem obvious as well, barring injury. I really think Barajas has been so far the diamond in the rough, which hasn't been really rough because he really rocked it in USL.
Yeah.
But I think he's going to have a breakout MLS season.
I could definitely see that. Yeah.
This is the season
because we saw Almada wearing like new or young players like that last year. Maybe Barajas.
I think Barajas, if he does super well, I think he's going to break into the starting 11. For who? I don't know, because him and Luna share the same position. That's going to be the tough part.
I'm right there with you. Possibly Barajas, but I'm feeling maybe Crooks.
Crooks is going to have the breakout season?
I'm feeling Crooks. Maybe someone on our back line as well. Maybe Vera, because we saw Vera doing what Vera does with his left foot on free kicks.
I think last season was his breakout season, a.k.a. first season.
Yeah, so I'm going with Crooks. I think Crooks is going to have a good surprise a lot of people. Like, yes, we saw his highlights for Middlesbrough, but
I'm expecting that same highlight reel at RSL.
Game after game.
Is that too much to ask?
No, not at all.
Like, I'm really asking.
Having a 6'4" frame just boom back of the net.
Seriously. I mean, I wasn't too far off saying that he was like a Peter Crouch, though Peter Crouch is 6'8". Did you know that?
I did. Yeah.
Holy crap, that guy's tall.
He's a monster.
Let's go over then our prediction for RSL in the Western Conference. Okay. This is a really tough one to pin down.
There's 14 teams, so
we're not going over all 14 teams. In fact, we might go over like 6.
Okay. That's gonna suck next season. There'll be 15 because of San Diego.
Oh yeah. But here's the thing. We're not going to get into depth with each of these teams. We're just going to say where RSL is going to be roughly and who's going to be around them.
Okay, good. Because I was like,
yeah, just say who you think is going to be around them. Who, from what you've heard in the league.
So as we know, RSL finished 5th last season. We lost a lot of players. I'm feeling right around that range. I'm going to go 6.
6?
Actually, I'm gonna go 5th. I'm gonna go 5th. 5th for
Ooh, that's rough. Okay, I don't know, but who do you think is going to be better than them? If they're
slightly better,
yeah, who's going to be better than them? If they're at 5th, who's above them?
Like I can see, like obviously LAFC.
Okay.
Seattle.
Okay.
St. Louis.
You think St. Louis?
I can see St. Louis.
Okay.
Maybe maybe a Houston, maybe a Sporting Kansas City.
Oh, okay.
So
it almost seems pretty equal.
Yeah.
This season. Well, it was equal last season too.
Like Sporting Kansas City, we saw what they did. 8 seed beating a 1 seed, so they could surprise a lot of teams.
Okay. All right. So you think RSL 5th?
Like right middle of the table, 5th seed.
Okay. I'm going to do a little bit better than you. And I can't decide in between either one of these numbers. So I'm going to say both of them. 3rd or 4th. 3rd or 4th with only LAFC, I think, is going to be above us, though not better than us. And I'll say Seattle. But I do want to make mention that this year's Rocky Mountain Cup is going to be a tough one.
I'm excited.
On paper.
On paper,
because really it's all determined on the field, obviously. But on paper, with all the people that they've signed,
it just makes it for a more enjoyable to watch for the fans.
This is going to be ridiculous, to be honest. Watching Colorado all of a sudden do decent.
Go from last to playoff contender?
Could be.
Decision day will be fun for them.
Against us?
No, decision day is.
You might want to double check that. Don't click Toronto.
I'll tell you in 2 seconds. No, actually, decision day is against Vancouver.
Well. Oh yeah, because everyone's saying that's Krylak's homecoming.
That's Krylak's homecoming.
I do have a question for you though. With everyone that obviously with all the Western Conference teams that are there, who do you think is this year's dark horse that everyone is going to be sleeping on but shouldn't?
In the Western Conference?
In the Western Conference. Only in Western Conference. I don't care about the East.
That's kind of tough. Can I go with RSL?
Sure.
I'm going to go with us because I feel the most confident because we've made the most moves. We were kind of like
we haven't made the most moves.
Oh, not most moves. We're kind of silent killers. We're going to be like the silent killers. We're going to be creeping up there. So I'm looking at the other MLS teams. Not a lot of people have made real contending moves. Portland has been kind of quiet. Minnesota has been kind of
Okay.
So.
All right. I have two dark horses because you said ourselves.
Okay.
I now have to come up with two not us ones. One is obviously Colorado. Don't sleep on them.
Don't sleep on Colorado.
I only say don't sleep on them just because they have big names that came in. It could mean that they're still horrible, and they just have good players that are on a horrible team, just like Messi. But you never know.
Yeah.
So dark horse, Colorado. Dark horse number 2, Vancouver.
That's right.
Vancouver. Because they have Krylak, and if you saw him play against Tigres,
unfortunately got knocked out.
They got knocked out, but they didn't play horrible.
No,
Tigres is one of the top teams in
North I forgot. America. Vancouver had 2 goal scorers last season with 10 plus goals.
Yeah,
and I think they had he was like top 3 in assists last season. So
watch out for Vancouver.
So that is a very scary attacking team.
But you're right. There haven't been a lot of the lower table teams from last season haven't made incredible moves. Like Austin didn't make any incredible moves.
Dallas,
Kansas City. I haven't seen any really incredible.
San Jose since they lost Cade Cowell.
Oh yeah, San Jose lost Cade Cowell. Shoot, yeah.
Like interesting storyline will be can St. Louis do the same thing they did last season?
Nope. In fact, going the opposite of dark horse, is that a light horse?
Sure.
This year's disappointments will be St. Louis. St. Louis I haven't seen any significant moves out of them that yells out to me they're gonna hold their own again this year.
Well, we'll break that down next week.
Oh yeah, that's next week. So sorry, that's a preview of next
episode. Week when we're in the airport.
When we're at the airport too. So yeah, St. Louis is going to be my disappointment this year.
Yeah.
Do you have a disappointment this year?
My disappointment, I'm going to go with the LA Galaxy.
Galaxy?
I
mean, what can be more disappointing than they didn't make the playoffs last year?
Well, didn't make the playoffs. Who knows if Puig is going to step up?
Yeah.
No Chicharito after losing him, so that team kind of looks like they're in shambles.
Okay. I can see that. So who do you think is going to win the Western Conference? This is our last of this one. Who's going to win?
Who I think is going to win the Western Conference? Unfortunately, I hate to say this. I hate LA teams, but I'm going to go with LAFC.
Okay. I'm going to go against you. Even though I said that LAFC is probably going to be one of the top ones, I'm going to be a homer here. I think RSL could win the Western Conference. Even though I said third or fourth. I did say that. Stop it. They have the potential to do great things. They need to live up to their potential. RSL has so much potential. Like I can't even it's like oozing out of me, like screaming it.
Yeah.
They need to live up to their potential. They have so much in store.
No, you're 100% right. Like we've made the moves. Like we got rid of the different players. We brought in a few key pieces. So the sky's the limit for this squad.
I really think so. And with that, let's dive into
the first game of the season.
That's a great intro. All we needed was the Chicago Bulls intro music. Do you remember how it goes?
Yeah, we have that on our video on our Instagram for when we had our logo.
Did we?
We do. So
that was a long time ago.
That was. So,
shoot.
Messi and the Barca boys. First game of the season.
All right, let's talk about Inter Miami first. So
they play their final preseason game in about 25 minutes.
Oh shoot, we got to finish up. We're like talking fast. No, don't talk fast. But yes, they do finish their marathon of a preseason. Holy crap!
They've done the amazing race.
They've done the amazing race. But if you think about it, they played 7 games, right?
That's true.
RSL 5. So we're not too far behind.
Not too far behind. So in this final game for Inter Miami against Newell's, I'm interested to see their roster because obviously we've heard Suarez is kind of dealing with like his knees.
He's been dealing with his knees for a long time.
Yeah, Busquets kind of dealing with some injury stuff as well.
Busquets, they say he's probably not going to be playing today in preparation for
the first game against RSL.
Yeah.
Could we see like a different formation because we've seen Miami going like that 5-3-2. We've seen some games they do like a 4-4-2. So
4-3-3.
4-3. Excuse me. Yeah, 4-3-3.
It's right there in the notes. So here's this. Most of you are going to be listening to this after the fact, and obviously we're going to talk very little about this Newell's game.
Actually, the lineup actually dropped.
Well, in fact, and what is it? A 4?
It's a 4-3-3. So we got Messi and Suarez in this lineup for tonight's game against Newell's.
And from the looks of it, this looks like it's going to be the lineup against us. Except switching out Bright for Busquets if Busquets is up for it.
Obviously.
Up top, Messi, Suarez, Gomez, the one from Paraguay. He just barely came back from the U23 South American Olympic qualifiers.
You got Gressel, who's playing in the midfield, Bright in the center, and then Ruiz. And then their back line of Yedlin, Aviles, Ferri, and then Alba, and then Calendar in goal. So
this is a beatable squad. Especially I'm gonna say this. This game is a super friendly. Like Newell's is in the middle of their season. They're like 6 games in.
And Newell's is one of the hotter teams right now in Argentina.
Yeah, Newell's, in fact, if I'm not mistaken, is first in their group. Oh, second.
Second, right behind Godoy.
Yeah, they're second behind Godoy Cruz, and 12 points. In fact, they're second overall in Argentina right now.
Yeah, they're ahead of River Plate.
Yeah, they're ahead of River Plate. So, if River didn't flip and tie to Tucumán. Anyways, so Newell's is coming in. Are they coming in hot too? Let me just check. They're playing Pablo Perez. They're playing Ever Banega. They're coming in hot as well. Ramirez, the guy that plays up top, that's playing up top.
Does that kind of surprise you? Seeing
no, because they need to keep up with their whatchamacallit.
So they're not resting a lot of guys.
Right. So right now, stat wise, this Ramirez guy has 5 goals in 5 matches. Like he's on fire.
Whew.
Yeah. So tonight's gonna be another test of Miami's defense, and I think they're gonna fail.
I'm more excited in this match, this final one, to see their depth because who's gonna step up on the bench for Inter Miami?
Well, that's where I was going at.
Yeah.
So I think this game is gonna be super friendly in the sense that I don't think anyone's gonna be trying. This is literally just another Messi farewell tour. He needs to play against Newell's before he retires. He's never played against Newell's ever. So I think this isn't. We shouldn't take this game seriously.
No,
but I think that this lineup is how they're going to start against RSL.
Yeah.
So keep an eye on it. That's all I have to say. You mentioned the formation.
Yeah, so a few games we've seen the 5-3-2, and now obviously in this game tonight we have the 4-3-3.
So 4-3-3 is the most common for Tata to use.
Uh-huh.
It's an attack-minded one. There isn't very much room for error in terms of defense, which is why I think they've been I think that's why they've been broken down.
The reason why they've struggled game after game.
Because you have the 3 up top. They basically stay up top. Then you have the 3 in the middle, which one has to come back at least.
Which is Gressel.
Gressel will probably come back. So that then changes it into
5-3-2.
Yeah, basically. Actually, technically a 5-2-3.
5-2-3, yeah.
But anyways, they get left exposed in the back, which I think that 4-3-3 is going to expose them, and I think that's where RSL can expose them.
Having Inter Miami having 2 injuries so far, you have Kromansky and
that's right.
It was El Salvador match.
Yeah, it was what's his bucket? Where is he at? He's up there. Where is he? He's in the midfield?
Paraguayan.
Oh, Diego Gomez.
Yeah, so
no, not Diego Gomez. You keep talking.
Yeah, having Kromansky and Gomez, if I'm not mistaken, those 2 injured, it just has a very depleted bench for Miami. Like, they don't have anybody to really step up. You have Robert Taylor, and
here, I'm going to actually go straight to the... It was
Gomez.
It was Gomez?
Go back.
Oh, no. It was Farias. It was Argentine. Farias.
So Farias and Kromansky both out.
Well, Farias is out for the season.
Kromansky out for a couple months. This is the depleted bench because you're going to have Capana and Robert Taylor coming off the bench. And that's literally all you have for your attack with a few other young players stepping up.
Yeah, I have a feeling that it's going to be a rough one for Miami for a minute. In fact, I think it's just going to be a rough one.
Because who knows if Messi and Suarez, I guess, if these other Busquets plays, Alba, who knows if they can play 70-plus minutes come Wednesday?
Well, I think Messi has to play 90.
For Wednesday's match?
Yeah, he's going to play 90. Suarez is going to play 60, 65.
Alba has to play because
Alba always plays.
Well, Alba is kind of the key to their defense.
And Busquets also has to play as many minutes as possible. So this is going to be an exhausted Miami squad. But we can't put them aside saying because they're using all these old players because they've been on a 7-game preseason tour, etc. This is one where I think we need to take advantage.
Oh, 100%, because this is going to be...
Well, our formation, then, let's talk about our formation. So
we've been going 4-2-3-1.
Yeah, so our 4-2-3-1 against a 4-3-3 would be super ideal. Because up top, if you just leave Chichu up top, that means our 3 tend to come back and help defensively, which means we'll have more bodies behind the ball.
More space for passes.
Well, I don't think more space for passes, but more bodies available for passes for our possession-based play that I think that's a different style.
Yeah.
Because if I'm not mistaken, I think last year was more of a direct, it was down the wings and cross.
Yeah, I was going to say down the sides, cross in. But possibility of no Ruiz, for sure no Crooks, maybe no Catranis. Does that kind of worry you, of no Catranis, no Ruiz?
So Crooks obviously is out. He's out probably until the first game, home game.
Yeah.
Catranis, I'm not worried because we're used to having Oviedo, Brody, one of those in the back line. So I'm not too worried.
Yeah.
Now, Ruiz, this is a big if. What is he 90-minute game ready? Do you think he's 90 game?
I wouldn't risk it right away. Maybe go 55, 60 at most.
You would start him, or would you bring him off the bench? That's the biggest debate right now is how do we line up?
Let's go into your formation. How do you see RSL going in this first match?
Right now, with the people that are out, that come back from injury, I would put McMath in goal. I would do, and I don't know if Oviedo. I think Oviedo might not start. I can't say why. I don't know why.
Yeah.
But we're going to go with a Brody, Vera, Glad.
Does it pain you to say it?
Well, I'm going to say Nelly.
Okay.
But only because I don't know where the other ones are going to go. Because the two are going to be Ojeda, and I don't know about Ruiz. That's the part. That's the question mark right now. But also, going back to the preseason game with Ruiz at attacking mid, who then plays our attacking mid at this point? Because for sure, if Gomez is playing, that means he's probably going to be starting. That means...
What if we have Luna or Barajas up there as that attacking mid?
Well, that's the issue right now. Is I don't know if we're willing to... if Ruiz starts, if he plays, do we put him as a defensive midfielder or do we put him as an attacking midfielder, move Luna out to the outside, Gomez out on the other side, and then as the other defensive midfielder, we've been playing Anelli.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I don't. He does. For me, I haven't seen technical skill from him where he starts a play. He gets the
That's the
play
thing.
going.
We haven't really seen that with Brody either.
Well, he's an outside back. I don't care. I don't care about the outside back. I care about the defensive mid where Ojeda and Ruiz have always started the plays.
Yeah.
I don't see Anelli. In fact, the times that he's played that position, it just doesn't click.
Yeah. If Ruiz isn't 100%, then I would just go with that Ojeda Palacio defensive mid.
Well, that's another thing. Do you play Palacio? I don't know. That was my accent. I don't know.
You don't know.
It's super...
It does scare me, worry me going to this first game against Messi, against the Barca boys, because we're kind of a little depleted right there in that midfield with these injuries, these question marks.
I would love to see Pablo play. I would love to
100%.
see Pablo play.
I would love to see Pablo. I would love to see Gomez. I would love to see Nelson play.
I don't know about Nelson. Leave Nelson on the bench. He's still young. But I almost want to say I need Pablo to play.
Pablo is kind of that maestro. He dictates the midfield.
Now the question is, if he does play, let's play the game of
FIFA.
Let's play FIFA. If Pablo does play, do you put him as a defensive midfielder or attacking midfielder?
Defensive mid.
Okay. So then who do you put in the attacking midfielder?
Luna.
Who do you put on the left?
Barajas.
Oh, you'd start Barajas.
Yeah.
You'd bring him on.
Yeah. And then on my left, I'd go...
That was left. On your right.
I'm at right. On my right, probably Chang.
Now Gomez?
That's if Gomez is 100%.
Well, he played.
Gomez and then Chicho.
Okay. Chicho is a staple.
Yeah, so that's obviously, since we don't have an attacking mid right now, so it'd be Luna right there and then Barajas.
We'll see how that battle goes in the next couple of weeks with Crooks in the mix.
I could see if we have Luna, Barajas, and Chicho playing those three together, I could see them pairing all three very well together.
I not only can I see it, I can guarantee it.
Yeah, and then if we have Pablo,
I'm telling you,
the firepower with all those players. Whoo, man, this game is gonna be spicy.
I'm telling you, and with that,
it's also Suarez's, I guess, technically debut in the MLS.
Oh yeah, technically, this is gonna be a fun one.
Yeah. So with that, you know what's back?
It's back.
Prediction.
That was a good slap. Ow.
Oh.
All right. You go first. I'll let you go first.
So we've had preseason games that we've looked over to be able to determine our predictions. And I've been literally going back and forth. I'm going to go a 1-1 draw in this first game of the season for RSL.
All right.
So no winner. No winner at all.
That's fair. I have a lot of confidence in us. I don't have a lot of confidence in Miami. Because I think their defense still has a lot of holes.
Yeah.
I think Chicho can exploit those holes. I think that whoever's going to be on the field for us, whether it is Ruiz, Luna, Gomez, you name them, Ojeda, I think we'll be able to find those gaps.
Oh, yeah.
Well, our defense is strong enough, especially with Vera. If you put Vera on Suarez or on Messi, donezo. I'm playing super confident, but I think it's going to be that way. And I think we're going to come out of this with a 2-1 victory.
Whew, man, that would be amazing.
That'd be amazing.
First game of the season, 3 points. Whew, I like the sound of that.
And we're going to be in Miami.
We are going to be there.
I don't think anyone knows yet.
So
have we said it enough?
we're going to, if you guys see us, come say hi. Come take pictures with us.
Yeah, seriously. We like taking pictures.
We're gonna be there. We're gonna be cheering. We're gonna be loudest people there.
We're gonna probably be the only ones in our section, at least.
Yeah. So
I'm gonna be standing up the whole game.
Yeah. So
whether the people like it behind me or not, I'm gonna be standing up. So, also
the giveaway that we've been running from the 12th until I guess today, that is officially now donezo over. So drawing will be this Saturday. And we will announce the winner for first, second, and third.
We will be doing it live on both Instagram and Twitter.
So make sure you guys tune into that so you know if you won or not. Because if you,
you'll know.
We'll DM the winner as well
if we can. If not, we'll keep announcing it until you write us. But we'll do it around noonish, midday. Just keep an eye on it.
Yeah. So
just put a notification.
Put a notification as well. But if you guys are not already, make sure you head over to Twitter and Instagram. Follow us at the RSL Bros. Catch us wherever you listen to your podcast on Apple and Spotify, as well as YouTube right here.
Man, you're getting really good at that.
We've been doing this for 9 months.
We have been doing it for 9 months.
But with that, last podcast of before the regular season starts.
You scared me now.
Last podcast before
last episode.
Last episode, like sad, but
what do you mean sad?
No, it's sad, but it's party time. It's soccer season.
This is where it starts.
But we will catch you guys in Miami next week.
Yeah.
Take care, guys. Ka-chow!